and welcome to this week's video. I've decided to make a complete change today, and I'm actually going to go through the complete 18 moves of the Shibashi set with you. Earlier in the year, I actually went through each of the moves in turn to explain to you how they were done. For various reasons, I've actually got around to doing the full set. For various reasons, I've decided today is a good day to try and do it. So this will be much more movement and much less meditation. So I'm just going to kick the carpet out of the way because it's in the wrong place. So I would like to invite you to get yourself into your nice personal space. Turn your phones off and remind yourself that you're doing this for you. This is your time because you're worth it. And even though we're not in the same room, I would like to start by doing this in a very martial arts way and acknowledging the energy. And I'm going to invite you all to bow in. Bring your left hand across your body with the palm up, right hand palm down, and bow. You're acknowledging the energy. You're acknowledging me as your teacher. I'm acknowledging you as the pupils, and acknowledging the fact that I learn an awful lot from the feedback that you give me. So, if you're standing, get yourself into your good Shibashi stance, your good bear stance. So that's feet are hip width apart, feet parallel pointing forwards, knees very slightly bent. These muscles engage with a slight pelvic tilt, back straight, neck straight, and then tuck your chin in so that the top of your head is pointing up at the ceiling, so the crown of your head is pointing up at the ceiling. Arms hanging loose by your side. If you're seated, then everything still applies, except obviously your knees aren't going to be slightly bent. They're going to be bent because you're sitting down, and obviously your hips are also going to be bent because you're going to have about a 90-degree angle. Everything else still applies. So take a moment, whether you're sitting or standing, to get yourself into a good position. Make sure you're comfortable, and remember the key things. Nothing you do during this should cause you any pain or discomfort. Everything needs to be done with the breath. The movements are nice and gentle, and it should all be driven by your breath. If you have joint pain or back pain, the movement is good for you, but keep it gentle so that you don't cause yourself any further pain or discomfort. So, get yourself standing or seated in your best possible position. Take a moment to just breathe. Remind yourself why you're doing this, and congratulate yourself for taking time for doing something just for you. And then I'd like you to imagine that you're in a lift. This lift has glass walls, and it looks out over the most beautiful countryside. As you look out over that countryside, you feel relaxed and calm. And when you're ready, every time you breathe out, can you imagine that your lift gently floats down floor by floor until it reaches the ground. Then let your arms hang loosely by your sides, palms facing backwards, and then with your next in-breath, just allow your arms to float out in front of you. And as you breathe out, just allow them gently to sink back down. And you move your arms as far as you can manage in one breath. Be mindful of your shoulders. Don't feel any strain in your shoulders. Just breathe in, letting your arms float up. Breathing out, and they sink back down. Do is move twice more. And at the bottom, relax and let go. And the next move starts in a similar way, breathing in, letting your arms float up, then turning your palms in and letting your arms spread out. And then as you breathe out, they float back in and back down. Feel the expansion of your chest and lungs with the in-breath and then the relaxation as you breathe out. And you move your arms as far as you can manage in that one gentle, easy breath. Don't push, don't strain. Just let everything be natural. Don't try to push your limits, work within them. Do this move twice more. And at the bottom, relax and let go. Then with your next in-breath, allow your arms to float up. If you can get them right above your head without hunching your shoulders, do so. But just take your arms as high as you're comfortable with, remembering to keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Then as you breathe out, shift your weight slightly to the left, dip slightly on your left knee and allow your right arm to uncurl. And then as you breathe in, everything comes back to the centre. Then do the same on the other side. If you're seated, simply raise the heel of the foot on the same side as the hand that's uncurling. Do this move one more time on each side. As you breathe in, your weight comes to the centre, your hands meet at the top, then turn your palms outwards. And as you breathe out, just allow your hands to sweep all the way down by your sides. On the in-breath, allow them to just float up without stretching, without straining, just making everything nice and gentle. We'll do this move twice more. As you breathe in, allow your arms to float up. Then as you breathe out, bring your hands down in front of your abdomen with the palms up. And this is where we're getting into new move territory. This time as you breathe in, turn from the waist to the left and let your left hand float out to one side. Then as you breathe out, turn your hand over and bring it back into the centre. Then do the same on the other side. And we'll do one more move on each side. And this time as you breathe out, just allow your hands to gently float down by your side, ending with the palms forward. And as you breathe in, let your arms float up by your side. And then as you breathe out, roll them forward and let them sink all the way down. Imagine you're breathing out through your fingertips. Again, only take your arms as high as you're comfortable with. Don't stretch, don't strain. Small is beautiful in Tai Chi. Or you can imagine your arms are like the oars of the boat coming out of the water, and as you breathe out, they dip back in. Do this move twice more. And as you breathe out, just allow your hands to sink down, ending by your side with the palms facing inwards. Then with your next in-breath, shift your weight slightly to the left. Sink slightly on your left knee and bring your right arm up in front of you with the palm upwards. And then as you breathe out, everything goes back to the starting position. Then do the same on the other side. And you take your arms as high as you're happy to take them. Don't stretch, don't strain. We'll do one more move on each side. And as you breathe out, bring both hands into position in front of you, as if you're holding a ball between your hands. And as you breathe in, sink and turn slightly to the left. Let your hands float up to the left hand side. And as you breathe out, bring everything back to the starting point, and then do the same on the other side. Just make a gentle turn from the waist to bring your hands to the side. Don't stretch, don't strain your shoulders, only take your hands as high as your shoulders are comfortable to go. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Then we'll do the move one more time on each side. Breathe out. Allow your hands to sink down all the way by your side. Then with your next in-breath, bring your right hand up in front of you with the palm pointing to the left. As you breathe out, turn from the waist, allowing your hand to push across your body. You're pushing from your waist, not your shoulder. Then on the in-breath, change your hands over, turn back to the centre. Breathe out and turn in the opposite direction. So on the in-breath, you turn back to the centre. On the out-breath, you turn and push. Do this move one more time on each side. Breathe out and turn and push. And then for the last time, breathe out, turn and push. Then as you turn back to face the front, bring your hands into this slightly unusual position. One hand pointing diagonally up, the other pointing diagonally and down. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, turn from the waist, allowing the top hand to lead. As you breathe in, allow your hands to change position, palm to palm. And then as you breathe out, turn in the opposite direction, again turning from the waist. Breathe in, change your hands over. Breathe out and turn, and then last time for this move. Breathe out and turn back to the front. Let your hands float down by your side. And maybe take a moment to just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Then I want you to get into a slightly different stance. Can you step forward with your left foot? Relax your knees slightly. Still make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, and that these core muscles are engaged. And I want you to get your hands out in front of you, and I want you to imagine that you're playing by the seaside. So as you breathe out, take your weight forward onto your left knee. Keep your back straight, but allow your hands, imagine they're dipping into a rock pool. Then as you breathe in, take your weight back onto your left right knee and your hands rise up. Then do the same. As you breathe out, take your weight forward, allow your hands to circle down into the rock pool again. Then as you breathe in, they rise up. Remember to keep your back straight. Keep your back foot firmly planted on the floor. If you need to balance, raise the toe of the front foot. And we'll do this move one more time, breathing out, your hands dipping into the water, breathing in, they rise back up. Then let your hands float down, bring your feet back side by side and then step forward. With the other foot, again, take a moment to get yourself into a good stance. This time I want you to have your hands up in front of you and we're going to be like King Canute and push the waves away. As you breathe out, take your weight forward onto your front leg, push the waves away. Then as you breathe in, take your weight onto the back leg and imagine your hands floating over the calm water. Push the waves away. And then let them float over the calm water. Do this move twice more. And then as you breathe in, just step back. Let your hands float down by your side. Step forward with the other leg. Again, take a moment to make sure that your feet are hip width apart, that your core muscles are engaged. And as you breathe in, take your weight onto your back knee and get your hands out as if you're auditioning for Titanic. As you breathe out, bring your weight forward, let your hands come in, and as you breathe in, allow them to float out again. Again, make the move quite small, don't strain your shoulders. You can keep your arms in that position at shoulder height, that's fine. If your shoulders are feeling a bit tired, then lower is fine. As you breathe out, your hands come forward, breathe in, and they go back. Then we'll do this move one more time. As you breathe in, bring your feet back side by side. Get yourself back into your good stance, feet side by side, hip width apart, knees bent slightly, knees relaxed slightly, core muscles engaged, shoulders relaxed, back and neck as straight as you can get them. And I want you to get your hands into loose Tai Chi fists, which basically means not clenched tight, but quite loose as if you're holding a pole or something between your thumb and finger. As you breathe in, allow both hands to float up to about waist height. And as you breathe out, allow one hand to float forward. And on the in-breath, it comes back. Then do the same on the other side. And with every out breath, I want you to imagine that you're breathing energy and strength along your arm and that you're charging up your fist with strength and power. Do one more move on each side. You breathe in, let your hand float back, breathe out, and just let your hands float down by your side, opening your hands out. Then with the next in-breath, raise your arms as if they were wings. And as you breathe out, just let them slowly sink down. And you move your arms as far as you can manage in one gentle, easy breath. Only move your arms as high as your shoulders are happy to take them without hunching. So if you can get your arms easily all the way up there, that's fine. If you can't, don't worry. Small is beautiful in Tai Chi. Breathe in, allow your arms to float up. As you breathe out, they sink back down. And we'll do this move twice more. And then as you breathe out, just bring your hands to rest in front of your abdomen, quite loose, and we're now going to draw circles in the air. So as you breathe in, just allow your hands to gently float up to one side, to the top, and then as you breathe out, draw down the other side of the circle. Just move your hands as far as you're comfortable to do, as far as works with your breath, as far as works with your shoulders. Try to move your hands nice and slowly. But as you move your hands in that circle, can you focus your awareness on the centre of that circle where everything is still? Then we'll do one more circle in this direction. As you breathe out, draw down to the bottom, pause a moment, and then start drawing your circles in the other direction. And then we'll do one more circle. As you breathe out, allow your hands to gently float down, ending with your hands by your side and the palms facing backwards. Then with your next in-breath, allow your left hand to float up, raise your left heel off the floor as well. And as you breathe out, allow your hand and your heel to float back down to where they started. Then do the same on the other side. Remembering to keep your back straight and your core muscles engaged. And if you like, imagine a ball mirroring the movement of your hand, rising up on a column of air, and as you breathe out, it floats down as the column of air empties away. Do this move one more time on each side. And this time as you breathe out, bring your hands into position in front of you, ready to balance your chi. So as you breathe in, imagine you're moving your hands around a small ball. Then as you breathe out, imagine you're pushing that ball underwater. Your hands loose and arms loose and light. Keep this move very small. Be careful to take your hands no higher than your heart. Then smooth around the ball, breathe out and push it down. And then last time for this move. Breathe out and bring your hands to rest in front of your belly button or wherever is most comfortable for you. And just for a moment, I want you to stand or sit and just breathe. Side. Bring your left foot in towards your right, and we'll bow out as we bowed in. Okay, let me bring my stool across so I can sit down. I hope you enjoyed that. That was the full Shibashi set that I teach in my classes when I'm face to face. Obviously, excuse me. Obviously, it's longer than the moves I normally do. But regular viewers will have recognised the first. Excuse me. Would have recognised the first 5 moves, and obviously the last one. Sorry, first 4 moves and the last one. Oh, I do apologise. I would like to end with a short mindfulness meditation, but I'm obviously aware that I've spent much more time doing movements than I normally would do. I will do a short meditation if my voice holds out. So get yourself seated or standing or maybe even lying. And close your eyes if you want to. But all I'm going to ask you to do at the moment is just be aware of things. Can you be aware of any sounds reaching your ears? Notice how sounds come and go, and I just want you to just notice that right here, right now, those sounds don't really matter to you, because you've given yourself this time to stand or sit and go through that move set, and now you're giving yourself a little bit of extra time to just stand or sit or lie and just be. For this time, no one is expecting anything of you. So you don't need to expect anything of yourself except to just be. And I want you to notice how you can actually put your attention where you choose. And I would like you to bring your attention inwards so that you're very aware of your body. And I want you to do a short body scan. Just send your awareness down to your toes. Just noting what sensations are there. Maybe there are no sensations, nothing particular. And then I want you to gradually transfer your awareness to your feet. Again, noticing what sensations you have here. And slowly, gradually, I want you to scan through the whole of your body, noticing any sensations that you have. Maybe noticing how your body has reacted to the movements that you've just done. Just allow your attention to move all the way from your feet up to your head, not forgetting your shoulders, arms and hands. And just slowly move your attention through your whole body, paying attention to each part of your body in turn. You don't have to keep it there long. Just acknowledging each part of your body and becoming aware of the sensations you have there. Now, we need our bodies. They may not always work the way we want them. You may have pain or discomfort. You may have a disability that means that your movement is very limited. But it's the only body we've got. And I would like you now, whatever problems you feel you have with your body, I want you to show some love. I'd like you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to imagine that that breath is filled with love and compassion. Love and compassion for yourself, love and compassion for your body. I want you to keep taking deep breaths filled with love and compassion. And with every in-breath, I want you to fill yourself up more. And with every out-breath, I want you to imagine that you push those feelings round your body. So that after 3 or 4 gentle, easy breaths, can you imagine that you've filled the whole of your body with love and compassion, especially any bits of your body that are causing you problems. And maybe as you're doing that, you can notice that maybe slight change in position can help relieve any pain or discomfort. And now, I want you to remind yourself why you took time to watch this video and to be with me this morning. And I want you to congratulate yourself for taking that time, for realising that you're worth it, for realising that doing this is something that can be good for you, both mentally, physically and spiritually. That's 3, not 2. So, congratulate yourself for giving yourself this time to do something that's just for you. And remind yourself that you're so worth it. So start to allow your awareness to move outwards again so that you become aware of where you're sitting or standing or lying. Become aware once more of sounds both inside and outside the room. And then when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, allow them to open or just bring yourself back to full normal awareness. But I don't want you to dash off. Take a moment to make sure you are fully back. But now you're back, I still want you to think, hey, I did that for me because I'm worth it. And congratulate yourself. And remember, these videos are here. This video will be here for you to use anytime you want it. If you've enjoyed doing the full 18 moves and would like to know more or do more, you know how to contact me. Feel free to share this video with anyone you think who might benefit. The videos go on to my YouTube channel and they're also on my Patreon page, and if you really want more video time with me, hop on over to my Patreon page where for the princely sum of $2 a month you can sponsor me and get half an hour extra video time with me each week. So if you feel that would be worthwhile, hop on over there and do that. Always welcome feedback, and do feel free to contact me if you have any questions. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this rather different video. If you're one of my regular viewers, if you're a new viewer, I hope this has interested you enough to want to see more. Do please feel free to go back through my previous video catalogue. And I will hope to see you all next week. Namaste.